Hello everyone, this is Ashwin here. In this video, we are going to solve the problem, the power sum. So this is a recursion problem. So we are going to solve all the problems using recursion only, as this is a part of the subsection. So let's dive into the problem now. Find the number of ways that a given integer x can be expressed as the sum of nth powers of unique natural numbers. So for an example, if x is 13 means and the power that is 2 means, we have to find all combinations of unique squares adding up to 13. So the only solution here for this example is 2 power 2 is 4 and 3 power 2 is 9. So total is 13. So like this, if we have a number of combinations means we have to return the count. So that is the objective of this problem. And here we have few constraints, that is x can go up to 1000 and the powers that can range from 2 to 10. So that is our constraints. So it's not like a bigger number, so we can able to solve it easily. So here we have example. So the sample input is 10, so that is x, and power is 2. So we can able to get the x, that is 10, using this combination only. So 1 power 2 is 1 and 3 power 2 is 9, so total is 10. So only one combination is there, that's why we are returning 1. And this is for the second example. We are having 100. So we have like 3 combinations. So one is 10 square, so that equals 100, and this is 6 power 2 plus 8 power 2, and this is another combination, and this is the last combination. Like that, if we have a number of combinations means we just have to return the count. So here it is 3. And here the last example is 100, but the power is 3. So it can be expressed in only one way. So that is the cube of these 4 numbers: 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and 4 cube. So this is the cube values, and if we add it together means the result will be 100. So there is no other way to express, so we will just return 1. So I guess for each number we will be having at least 1. I think that will be the parameter. If there are nothing means we can just directly return 0, as there is no combinations to arrive this particular number. So like that, we have to solve the problem, and we can able to solve the problem using recursion. Now let's dive into the code and see how this works. Now for this, I'm going to define another function inside it called helper. So usually I'm just going for the same format for the rest of the problems, so it's easier that way. So def helper, I will have the total, that is the final number we have to get, and the second one will be power, that is this 3 or 2, and the third one will be the number, like the current number. If it's 1 means it will be 1 cube, if it's 2 means 2 cube. Like that, we will iterate through the numbers. Now here we are going to get a value. So value equals total minus num power. So I'm just computing the power of this number. So using this double star, you can compute the power of this number. So here number is 1 and power is 2 means this is 1 power 2. So like that we are having, and we are negating it from the total. So from the total value we are just negating it. So using that, we will get some value. If value equals 0, that means we have reached the sum. So let's take like a small example to explain this. So for the small example, let's consider this 13. So initially 13 will be here. So this is the total. And when we are having this number as 2 to the power of 2, so it's 4. So I'm computing the value as 13 minus 2 power 2 is 4 equals 9. So this is the current total. And in the next recursive function, we are having 3 power 2. So 9 minus 3 power 2 is 9 equals 0. So that means we are having a combination that equals to this x. Then we will return 1. It means we got one combination. Or else if value less than 0, so that means we are going out of the range. So at that time we will return 0. That means we don't find a combination and this is an invalid approach. So we will just skip this. So we will just return 0. And finally we have to like call the functions continuously for all the combinations. So for that, return helper of value, power and num plus 1. Num plus 1 means we are trying out for a new combination. So this is the updated value and this is the next number. Let's say initially num was 1 means in the next iteration it will be 2. So this will be computing again. Like that we will be having, and also we have to think of another call. So that will be helper of total comma power comma num plus 1. So why we are having this function call? So here this is like branching it out as a tree. So this will have the updated value of val. So this will have the initial value itself. So we can try out all the combinations. So this is the whole function we are going to have. And finally we have to call the function helper. So return helper of x, that is the total value initially, and the power, that is n, and we are going to start with 1. So that is the initial value. So this will return the number of combinations we have. So if this function having few number of combination and if this function having few number of combinations means this will add it together and return it. And finally we will just return it to the main function. So the main function are here. So this is the final value we are returning to the main function. It would be also better if I show you some visual representation, because without understanding the recursion how it works, it's useless to solve this problem. So this is the whole code snippet, but we have to understand how it works. So I'll just open Paint for it. Now you can clearly see the Paint. I will take an example. So for the example I'm just taking as 13. So this is the main function we are calling. So 13 initial number is 1. So here we are updating. So this val will be updated, right? So we are calling it like 2 times. So if the val is updated, the value will be 1 square. So 13 minus 1. So that will be 12 comma 2, and here 13 comma 2, because we are passing the total here. So this is the initial value and we are just trying out 2 as a starting number. Again this will be updated. So the left hand side val will be updated, means 2 power 2 is 4. So 12 minus 4 equals 8. So this will be 12. So this will be 8 and 3. We are going to the next power, and here it will be 12 and 3. And this will be 2 power 2 is 4, right? So this will be 9, 3. And the next one is initial number itself, 13 and 3. So again for this one we will go again, but I'm just going for the final value. So if you go to this tree again, so this will be 3 power 3 is 9. So this will be 0, 0, and the next number will be 4. And but we don't need to call this because it is 0. So when it is 0 means we will be just returning 1 and there won't be any function calls. So this will be done. So this will return that 1. All the other recursive calls will eventually go more than that. Let's see. Maybe for this one, if we go further means 3, 4, and even if we go further, 4 square is 16, so it will be minus 13. So it will be less than 3, so we have to return 0. Like that, all the remaining branches will be returning 0, and in the end our helper function will return 1. That is the number of combinations we are having for this 13 value. So like this, we try to solve for other examples also if you didn't understand how the code works. So this is how you can able to solve the recursive problem. So you have to like take pen and paper and try to solve the problem manually, and after that try to use this code for the base logic. So this is the base condition to stop the recursive code, and this will be the recursive calls to compute all combinations. I think you would have understood with that example. Let's run the code once. So the sample test case has been passed. Let's submit the code, and all the test cases have been passed. So this is as easy as that. We didn't like do so much code. That's the power of recursion. So if you know how to divide the problem and solve it individually means you can easily use recursion, and this is kind of a divide and conquer. Like we are just reducing the number to sub problems and solving the problem. So that's it guys. This is just one part of the regression. I think this problem will give you a basic idea of how the other problems will be, and this will be very useful for you. If you have any doubts regarding this and any other approaches you have means leave a comment below and I will help you in that. That's it guys. I will see you in the next video.